Okay, when you're ready.
Okay, so we're back from our intermission, and today we're going to learn a new behavior, and the new behavior that we're going to learn is mat or place. And the reason that we teach this behavior is that if you can teach your dog to go to a specific mat that you have down, or blanket or dog bed, when there's a lot of commotion in the house or there's company and you want your dog to chill, if they have learned to settle in a spot and that it's a happy spot, not a punishment to be there, then they learn to relax in the place that you've designated for them. The other advantage of this is that if you have a rug or some type of a mat, you can bring it along with you to the vet, or if you travel and your dog has a familiar place that they lie down and relax and they know that it's fine. So the way to teach this is in a stepwise fashion. We start out by basically rewarding them or telling them that they did a good job by putting their feet on the mat. So that's the first step. The second step is to, once they've, and then you toss a treat, move them off, lure them back on. So they start to realize that they're getting a treat for being on the mat. The second step, if we get that far, is to then lure them into a down and have them settle there. Again, a treat or a bone at that point is terrific. Eventually, what you want to do is then to be able to be a little bit further away and say mat or place, and have them go to their place and settle. And again, setting them up for success. Personally, I don't like to sit and not have a book or a computer or something to do. So when we guide them to their mat, if we give them something to do, such as a chew toy, that makes it a lot more likely that this will all be positive for them and that they'll associate their mat with being a happy place. So what I'd like to do is to borrow one of the dogs, and maybe we'll try Bayou, I don't know, and see if we can lure him on the mat, toss a treat to have him move off, bring him back, and what we want to do when he puts his feet on is not just to treat him. We want to mark what he's done, because we've spoken before about if you have a mark, such as a click or a yes, that's the behavior in the second that they know that they're being rewarded for. So since Bayou is a little on the periphery here, and I think that we'll try working with him. Okay, so I'm going to have a few treats in my hand. Here you go. And first I want to see if I can get his attention, because now he's busy with that chew. Bayou. So no attention, so I'm not going to keep saying his name. Hey bud, come here buddy. He's like, it is too hot. It is too hot. What do you think? Hey buddy. Let's go. What do you think? So what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to pull, and I'm not going to take his treat away from him. And right now he's kind of telling me, can't do it. It might be because of the heat, and I have a feeling that that's a big part of it. So I'm going to hand him off, and we'll try with somebody else.
All right.
And that is okay. All right. We'll try again. Hi, sweetie. Oops. So we're going to use Betty's. So she's already on the mat, so I'm going to try to distract her off. Betty. Huh? Yes, good girl. And then, girl, lure her on too. Yes! And give her a treat. And then we're going to lure her off. Good girl. And I would throw it, except I'm afraid she wouldn't find the treat in the grass. Yes! Thank you so much.
A little louder.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. Okay, and Betty. Oops. Betty. Oh dear. Oh boy. Hey, baby. Come on, baby. Hey, this way. Betty. Let's go this way, baby. I know it's not playtime yet, love. Okay, it's the end of the lesson and we're having a little trouble here. Betty. So.
Dylan, they don't need another one. Dylan, good boy. Good boy.
Maybe we can separate the dogs just a little bit. And this actually may be the end of the video.
Dylan.
Betty.
Dylan.
So I'm kind of not pulling,
Dylan.
but I'm not
Dylan.
going with her.
Dylan.
Betty.
Dylan.
Yes.
Dylan.
Good girl.
Dylan.
Yes.
No.
And then bring her off. Good girl. And then not reward jumping.
Here, Bubba. Here.
Lure her back on. Yes. Good girl. Okay. Now, I don't even think we're going to get the down right now, and that's okay because that's the next step. What I would like to do before all the dogs completely lose it is have you guys give this a try. Okay? So why don't we pull the chairs and the mats out a little bit?
Dylan.
Move you guys a bit this way. Okay.
Dylan.
And
Good boy.
maybe we can move, the fans.
Good boy on the mat.
Oh. Exactly. That's called capture,
Really?
Francesca.
Yeah.
No, but that's
boy.
perfect because a new behavior.
Good boy.
So So what we want to do is now bring him off, and you can throw a treat, hold out a treat, lure him off.
Bye. Let's go.
There we go. Perfect. Now lure him back on. And mark.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Toss a treat. Get him off.
Voila.
Bye.
Good boy. Okay, good. And then lure him back on.
Bye.
And keep marking exactly the way you did.
Yes.
Good.
boy.
Excellent. Okay. And Dylan is like already on his mat.
Dylan likes mats.
So maybe what we'll do, that's going to make it so much easier to teach if Dylan already likes mats. So what we're going to do is see if we can get his attention. What do you think? Oh, the chicken did it. There you go, buddy. And then I would take one of your treats, Arlene. So take one of your treats, have them in your hand. Good girl.
Dylan, no. Dylan, look.
So call him? Yes.
Dylan.
Perfect.
Dylan.
Oh, he's filling out a bully stick.
Dylan, look. Dylan.
Great girl. So Dylan's got somebody else's bully stick. We have not taught him give yet, but there we go. Good.
Good
And
boy.
now take
Oops.
him, and that's okay.
Dylan.
You lure him,
Dylan.
and remember to mark it. Yes.
Good boy. Good boy.
So remember to mark. Yes. The second those paws go on the mat, because he's really smart. So if he knows exactly what you're saying, then goodbye
Right.
and boy and treating fork, that's it. So mark the second he goes on. So lure
Dylan,
him back
so
on.
I should say Matt.
So lure him on. So don't give the verbal cue yet. Just lure him.
Dylan.
Lure him with the chickens. There you go. Yes.
Yes.
Good boy.
Good boy.
That's it. Okay.
Good
so
boy.
those paws go on. Mark it with the yes, and then praise him and give him.
Good
treats. Good boy. And I
boy.
would treat again because he is staying there, and I'm using the old Betty's chicken. But there we go. Good boy. And I would lure him off or toss a treat. Good. Take a treat. I know. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I walked away with them. I can borrow some of Anthony's lamb lung.
Oh, good
And you can
boy.
use that as a lure if you want. Lure
Dylan. Good boy.
Yes.
Dylan. Yes.
Bye.
Good
Yes.
boy. Okay, and then stop. Lure him up.
Dylan.
Dylan. Yes.
Woo. Good boy.
Okay. And then lure him on.
Dylan.
Mark the second.
Dylan.
So you know what? I would kind of say at this point that he's lost it, and that's okay. But that's the idea,
Yeah.
is to lure him on, tell him yes, and then treat him.
Dylan. Oh, good boy.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Good boy. Yes.
And Betty, and I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Going on there. She's laying down.
Oh,
she's doing
you don't even.
fine.
Okay, so Betty's the superstar.
Yes. Boy. Betty. Down.
So you walked over. Well, you know what? It's you know what? It's one of the D's. It's distraction.
Good girl.
Superstar. So luring her on.
Matt. Yes. Betty.
Dylan, no. Dylan.
That is excellent.
Good girl. Okay, I
So
think that's
Jeannie,
enough
the
of
next,
that.
I
Yeah.
think so too. So the next thing, and she's gotten this so well, the next thing that I would do is I would begin to add the verbal cue, you know, just before you lure her on.
Okay.
And so she begins to get the idea that what Matt means. So
Okay.
you can pick Matt or place.
Okay.
That's excellent.
Yeah, she's actually doing better now. I think they've kind of cooled off.
I think they call it, well, they're separated and yeah. So this has been a very hot day. It's the end of the class. The dogs are a little bit tired, and I am very impressed with how they did. The next steps that we're going to take are to teach the down on the mat, to add our verbal cue, and then to begin to add duration and make sure that they've got something to work on while they're lying on the mat. A+ class. Okay, thank you.
Super. A++.